We've all seen magicians pull a white rabbit out of a hat. It's a common trick. But is it possible underwater? Instead of the traditional white rabbit, goldfish. Well, now, before we received this letter from Lynn Butterfield of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, neither that performer nor we had ever thought of the idea of underwater magic. Lynn writes, I've seen lots of magicians perform on your show, but now I'm challenging you to have a magician do tricks underwater. Well, Lynn, after quite a search, we put the idea to David Burglass, London's most distinguished man of magic. Now, his hobby is skin diving, and he agreed to give it a try. The idea was new. He had no traditional props, so he had to start from scratch. Now, in place of real cigarettes, he had wooden cigarettes made. And then, to condition his hands to working underwater, he practiced hand manipulation in a wash basin. Well, once he'd mastered the technique, he spent weeks in intensive underwater training. And now we'll see the result as we go to London, England. David Burglass in his premiere performance before our You Asked For It camera. A snorkel diver's mask so he can stay under for a long period of time. Our camera will stay on the performer throughout each trick, so we'll see every move. Sleight of hand demands speed and dexterity. Water greatly restricts the movements. But there's the cigarette. And another. Out of the hand one by one. They float away. But still there are more. Two cigarettes this time. No hat, no other props. They don't come out of thin air, but out of water. Now a posy. And another. This part they didn't have to rehearse. You may wonder how he stays at the bottom of the pool. He stands on a platform with his feet hooked underneath wire loops. They hold him down there for as long as he likes. The magician's scarf stuffed into his hands. No scarf now, only an egg. Now we know where the scarf went, inside the egg. He stuffs it back. A glass tumbler, if you please. End of the scarf still shows on the egg. Now the question, is the egg real? He'll show us. Been in the water too long, no doubt. Burglass spent a total of almost 16 hours underwater before our cameras to perfect these scenes. Still another cigarette, and this one you won't believe. He puts it in his mouth, box of matches, he lights up, puffs, smoking underwater. David Burglass, the world's first and only underwater magician.